So hello Year 10. Thank you to all of you that submitted work for me to have a look through yesterday. That was really helpful and sort of helped me plan the work that we're going to be doing in today's lesson. So the main things to pick out from the work that I looked through was some of us struggled a little bit with putting sets into a Venn diagram. So that's something we're going to start off today's lesson looking at again and just doing a bit more practice to make sure that we're really happy with that. Couple of things when taking things from a Venn diagram and then writing them out in set notation. If you've got to write down the universal set, that's all of the numbers that you can see. It's not just the numbers on the outside of your Venn diagram, it's everything that you can see both inside the circles and outside the circles. It's any number that you can see at all. And secondly, when you're writing out sets, just make sure we're using that really formal set notation and using those curly brackets just to make our work as mathematical as possible. Okay, so we're going to look at an example now. So we've got our Venn diagram that we're going to need to draw. We've got our universal set is the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We've got set A as the factors of 8. Set B, slightly new notation here, x, and it's saying x is greater than 6. So we've got the numbers that are bigger than 6 are going to be in our set B. So we'd start off by drawing out our Venn diagrams, put our green square around the outside for our universal set, and then we can have a go at writing in our numbers. So if we call this side set A, this side over here set B, we can then have a look at putting in our numbers. So in A, we've got factors of 8. So factors are numbers that go into 8. So we've got 1, 2, 4, and 8, but 8 is also bigger than 6. So 8 is going to go in the middle part here. B can have the number 7. There's no other number that's bigger than 6. And then we've got on the outside the numbers we haven't included so far. So we've got 3 and we've got 5. Okay, so just one thing to be aware, if we were looking at the complement of A, so if we had to look at A prime, we would be including this 7 as well as this 5 and this 3. What I'd like you to do now is just to pause the video and have a go at drawing out this Venn diagram and putting in the numbers. We've got square numbers and we've got even numbers, so you have a go at filling that one in. So if you pause it now, play in a second, and then I'll go over what to do next. Okay, so we're going to have a go now at putting numbers from sets into a Venn diagram, a bit like we did yesterday. Just another recap just to make sure we're really confident with this. We've got our universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we've got our factors of 8, and we've got our set B, which is numbers that are bigger than 6. So it's greater than, but not equal to. So we've got 7, 8, and 9 will go in this one. We'll start off by drawing out our Venn diagrams. So they would look like this. And we're now going to have a go at writing in our various sets. We've got set A is going to be over here. Set B is going to be over here. So numbers that are in A are our factors of 8. So we've got 1, 2, and 4. 8 is also a factor of 8, but that's going to be in both sets. So we put an 8 in the middle here. Numbers that are greater than 6, we've got 7, 8 we've already got, and then we've got a 9. Numbers then we haven't done, so what I might go up here and be doing as I'm going through these is just crossing off numbers that I've already used. 7, 8, and 9. So on the outside down here, I'm going to be writing 3, 5, and 6. Okay, so now what I'd like you guys to have a go at doing is doing this one. So we've got the numbers 1 to 12. We've got set A as square numbers. we've got set B is even numbers. You can just draw out your Venn diagram, have a go at filling in the numbers. If you pause the video now, and then I'll go through the answer in a second. Okay, so second question. Hopefully you've had a go at this one and just marking your work now. So we've got A is over here, B is over here. So square numbers, there are numbers when we times a number by itself, the answer is a square number. So we've got to go in here, 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 is an even number, so that goes here. 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 16 is not in our universal set, so we're not going to write that in. Next, we've got our even numbers, so we've got all our even numbers to write in. Just go up here and cross off the ones that we've done already, 1, 4 and 9. So we're going to do our even numbers in here now. 2, 4 is already in, 6, 8, 10 and 12. So you can now go up the top here and cross out my 2, cross out my 4 already done, 6, 8, 10, 12. Numbers I've got left I need to go on the outside, so 3, 5, 7, 11. And then we're done. Our Venn diagram should look something like this. One thing just to note, if we were looking at the complement of B, so if we were looking at something that looked like this, if you needed to write out that set, we would include this 3, 5, 7 and 11. We'd also include this 1 and 9 because they are on the outside of our circle that represents B. Okay? So what I'd like you to do now is have a go at pausing the video and working through all of the questions in task 1 for me. Okay, so we're now going to make a look at going through some new notation. So first of all, we've got what is called the intersection of A and B. The intersection, this symbol is something that's going to be really important for us to be familiar with and recognise. The intersection of A and B are elements that are in A and B. So we're looking at this Venn diagram here, we're looking for numbers that are in circle A and in circle B. So that's the bit in the middle here. So the intersection of A and B is just going to be 8. The other new bit of notation is the union of A and B. So that is an elements in A or B. So that's in anything in this circle or in this circle. So in this particular example, we'd have 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, and 9. We wouldn't be including 3, 5, and 6 because they're on the outside of either circle. Just a quick reminder, complement of A, so we've talked about this before, we've talked about in this lesson, anything that's not in A. So just a reminder, not in A, we're going to have this 7 and 9, as well as a 3, 5, and 6. Okay? So, what we're going to do now is, again, something quite similar to what we just did. I'll have a go at doing it first, and then there'll be a question for you to try next. So we've got lots of different sets down here for us to be looking at. We've got A, complement of A, B, complement of B, A intersection B, and A union B. Okay, so I'm going to start off by writing down the numbers that are in the set A. So set A is this circle here. So I want to be writing down any number that is in the set A. So I'm going to go down to here and start off by doing my curly bracket. Anything that's in A, I've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24, and finish with my curly bracket. Not in A then is going to be anything that's not in this circle. So we should do our curly bracket, anything not in my circle. So I've got 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, and 22. Notice I've written them out in numerical order. If you find it a bit easier not to write them out in numerical order, don't worry too much about that. Or if you just want to write them out not in numerical order and then a second time in numerical order, that would be good as well. So just speeding up a little bit. B is going to be anything that's in B. So we've got 6, 12, 18, 24. Not in B is going to be anything that's in this section, here, or on the outside. So we have got 2, 4, 8, 10, 16. Oh, I've missed out 14. I'll just put 14 in here. 20 and 22. Now these are the important bits for today's lesson. So A intersection B is whatever is in A and in B. So that there is going to be 12 and 24 because that's what's in both of our two sets. A union B is anything that's in circle A or is in circle B. We don't write these two numbers out twice, we just write them out once, but it's anything that's in either of the two circles. So our intersection here is going to be, we've got 4, 6, 8, we haven't got 10, 12, we haven't got 14, 16, 18, 20, and 24. Okay, again, what I'd like you to do this time, second set of numbers in a Venn diagram. Can you have a go at doing exactly the same, writing down your answers to this particular question here? So we've got A prime, B prime, or B complement, A intersection B, A union B. Okay, so pause the video and have a go at answering those questions then for me, please. Okay, so just quickly going through the solutions, the last thing that we need to finish off doing today. So for A over here, we've got 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. For not in A, we've got the numbers that are not in A, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. In B, we've got 3, 6, 9, and 12. Not in B, so complement of B, we've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 total. So in A and B, remember A and B, A union B is the bit in the middle of our Venn diagram. So here we've got 3 and 9 is in our set. A union B is A or B, so anything in this circle or in this circle. So we'll just go down here and write this bit in. We've got 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 12. Okay, hopefully you've got those answers right. What I'd like you to have a go at doing now is having a go at the questions in section 2 and then marking your work. Isn't going to be any exit questions today for you to work through, but there will be some for you to do on Monday's lesson. So yeah, work through those questions, make sure you're marking your work. If you do have any questions or any problems, my email address is on Show My Homework, so just drop me a quick email and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks very much.